Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Great to have you with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. This game has been more than prominent on the radar for several weeks, and now it has arrived in the form of a late-season top-5 clash. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Give to the running back. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Can't get him to the ground. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. You reach this portion of the season in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all...
He's got an alley. And there he goes. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. This offense has it with really good field position. They go play action with Simmons. Starts to scramble to the left. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Simmons. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab in the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He's taking the shot. He's got it along the sideline. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And how about that? Wasting no time. You go down, you give up 6 with your defense, but you come out aggressive. First play, Palmer. Take a shot down the field and go make a big play.
You're seeing both of these offenses now, David, have success trading blows these last 2 drives. If this keeps up, we're going to have a barn burner.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Simmons. Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This matchup, 2 teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Well, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff. And I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them, like, hey, we're the best in the country.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up...
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. At the 35, he's got room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes a catch.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
The Dogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Simmons to throw. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. How about the offense both teams put on display in this 1st quarter? Huge early numbers. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. Maybe a crease. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that That's why you hustle to the football. So many guys getting there, and yes, does he break some tackles and make a play, but the next guy flying in there, and he's trying to break all these tackles, but all these guys, and what happens? All these guys got their hands near the football. Somebody gets a hand on it, forces the fumble, forces the turnover, and the big momentum swing back to the other side.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
To the air, it's Stockton. Under fire. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the left, it's Hardy.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making...
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Gonna let it fly. It's picked off. That's number 10.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Simmons. Quarterback moving. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Snags a quick pass on the left. Running free. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Simmons. Now rolling to the left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on 1 play.
To the air, it's Simmons. Complete to the left. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Here's a give to Hardy. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They're working that left side. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Simmons to throw. Under fire. Working to Miller. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Turning it on. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. wanted this matchup a few weeks ago, and now it's here in the form of a top-5 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Weather could be a factor. For more on that, we go to Holly Rowe.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Missouri about to kick off. They'll lift the lid on this one. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Open space at the 25. Turns it on down the left side. The 30. The 20. He is in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Great place to start for this offense. Simmons. Lost, the defense is wide open. All by himself down the middle. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And down to a knee? I guess that's one option.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he just took a knee. I mean, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. And they'll take a knee. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. And he takes a knee. If that's an option, it's a bad one. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Now facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback takes a knee. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Quarterback takes a knee. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And they'll take a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hardy. Doesn't find any room whatsoever here late in the half. Mizzou will use its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. The 30.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down You know, right before the half, you want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? In the red area, it's Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got his man on the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with UL Monroe taking on the number 24 team, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. And it's the Warhawks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Simmons on the play fake.
That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team standards. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He wants to change this route. Here's Simmons to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. That's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run the option. Got room at the 35. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They'll give to Frazier. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. Simmons. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Wants to throw. It's Simmons. This time he's got it. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Simmons from the gun on third down. Snagged out of the air. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was...
Finding some room. Lowers those pads. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up third and inches.
Fights off a defender. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the back. On first down, Nate Frazier makes it past the marker. Maybe some room here. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown run.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Simmons to throw. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more. So they
makes the catch, and he's free. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's first and 10 from the 38.
Win. Skate. Icy.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Simmons shoots it to the left. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Frazier again. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Handoff for Frazier. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. On the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Throwing Simmons. That's caught. It's Lee. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Here's Simmons to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking downfield is Simmons. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. 4th down, Simmons. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.